Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, you're going to learn about LCM, LCD, and GCF. First in our list is the LCM. But before going there, kailangan muna nating malaman ano ba ang meaning ng M or ng multiple. Multiple are numbers you get when you multiply a certain number by an integer. For example, what are the multiples of 5? So we can get the multiples of 5 by multiplying 5 to an integer, which is 1. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 9 is 45. And 5 times 10 is 50. Therefore, the multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and so on. As you can see, meron siyang 3 dots dyan. That dots represents na infinite ang ating multiples ng bawat number. Now that we already know what multiple means, we can now proceed to finding the LCM of the two numbers. What is LCM, or the least common multiple? The least common multiple of two integers, x and y, usually denoted by LCM of x and y, is the smallest positive integer that is divisible by both x and y. Notice yung word na smallest positive integer. And at the same time, divisible ng both numbers. So, here we have an example. What is the least common multiple of 30 and 45? There are many ways to find the LCM of the two numbers, one of which is through prime factorization. So, we're going to express the numbers in its prime factorization na form. So, sa 30, meron tayong 2 times 3 times 5 because that is the prime factorization of the 30. And 45 can be expressed as 3 times 3 times 5. Now, bibilangin natin, ilang ulit ba nag-occur yung 2? Nag-occur ang 2 only once. We have one occurrence. Nag-occur ang 3 ay dalawang beses. Now, ang magbabasehan natin dito ay ang bawat prime factorization. How many occurrence of number mayroon sa bawat prime factorization? For example, sa 45, nag-occur ang 3 ng pangalawang beses. So, 3 times 3 times 5. So, i-record natin dalawang occurrence mayroon ang 3. And ang 5, nag-occur siya ng 1 occurrence lang. Okay? Kahit meron sa 30 and 45, we're going to count it as 1. Kasi per factorization yung pag-count natin. Okay? After that, multiply natin. 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. Since nakadalawang occurrence yung 3, we're going to multiply it makadalawang beses ng 3. So, 2 times 3 times 3 is equal, times 5 is equal to 90. Now, this 90 is the LCM of 30 and 45. Here, we have another example. What is the least common multiple of 36 and 56? Still nasa prime factorization na method pa rin tayo. So, we're going to express these numbers sa prime factorization. So, 36, its prime factorization is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. And yung 56 ay 2 times 2 times 2 times 7. Bilang natin ulit. Ilang occurrence ba? Yung pinakamaraming occurrence, meron ng 2 na number. Pangalawa, saan siya nag-occur? Sa 56 na prime factorization. Next, yung number 3, makailang ulit? Maka-dalawa sa prime factorization ng 36. And then, nakaisang ulit lang nakaisang occur lang ng 7. So, we have here the, i-multiply lang natin 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 7. So, we have here 504. Therefore, 504 is the LCM of 36 and 56. We have here another method for finding the LCM of two numbers. We have here the listing method. In this method, we're just going to list down ang lahat ng multiple ng bawat number. For example, find the LCM of 30 and 45 by listing method. So we're going to list the multiples. 30 times 1 is 30, 30 times 2 is 60, 30 times 3 is 90, and 30 times 4 is 120. Same goes sa 45. List natin lahat ng multiples ng 45. We have 45 times 1 is 45, 45 times 2 is 90, and 45 times 3 is 135. Now, we have here a common multiple, which is 90. So, the LCM of 30 and 45 is 90. Let's have another example. We have here LCM of 36 and 56. The LCM of 36 are the following. And the LCM of 56 are these numbers. So their only common multiple is 504. Therefore, the LCM of 36 and 56 is 504. Let's have another example. Find the LCM of 2 and 4. So the multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, while the multiples of 4 are 4, 8, 12, and 16. As you can see, the common multiples of 2 and 4 are 4 and 8, correct? But we are looking for the least common multiple of 2 and 4. That is 4. Least. Though common din si 8, pero ang ating hinahanap ay yung least. That's why the LCM of 2 and 4 is 4. Another example, we have here the LCM of 5 and 3. So the multiples of 5 are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on. And the multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and so on. The LCM is 15. Yan yung common, yung least common multiple ng dalawang number. Now, let's proceed to the LCD or the least common denominator. Tanong, kailan ba ginagamit ang LCD? Ginagamit lang ito every time nag-add or nag-subtract tayo ng fractions na magkaiba ang denominator. The least common denominator refers to the lowest multiple shared by each original denominator in the equation or the smallest whole number that can be divided by each denominator. One way in finding the least common denominator is by multiplying the denominators. That is, A over B plus C over D is equal to A times D plus B times C all over B times D. As you can see, magkaiba yung denominators natin, B and D. Therefore, we can say that these fractions are dissimilar. That's why kailangan pang i-convert para ma-add. So, for example, we have here 1/2 plus 2/3 is equal to yung A natin ay 1, yung B natin ay 2, yung C natin ay 2, yung D natin ay 3. So, that is 1 times 3, the quantity of 1 times 3 plus the quantity of 2 times 2 all over 2 times 3. So, multiply natin yung mga nasa parenthesis muna. So, we have 3 plus 4 all over 6. Then, we have to perform the operations sa numerator. We have 3 plus 4, that is 7 over 6. Another way of finding the LCD is through finding the multiples of each denominator. Listing the denominators and identify the lowest multiple common to all denominators, or the LCM. So, example, let's have the same example that we have kanina, the 1/2 plus 2/3. Ano ba ang LCM ng denominator ng first na fraction, which is, diba, 2 yung denominator. So, ano ang multiples ng 2? We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. The other fraction, the denominator is 3. So, ano ang multiples ng 3? We have 3, 6, 9, and 12. Next is, we're going to identify ano ba yung common or yung least common. Kasi yung common din yung 12 eh. We are looking for the least common multiple. That is 6. Okay? And then, we're going to copy the denominator, that is 6. And then, transform the whole fraction. Kasi hindi pwede copy lang yung 6 and then copy natin yung mga numerator then. We have the following steps. So, after identifying the LCM, we're going to divide it. 6 divided by 2. And then, the answer nila is i-multiply natin sa numerator. So, 6 divided by 2 is 3 times 1 is 3. Same goes with the fraction na nasa baba. 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 2 is 4. Now, meron na tayong similar fraction. We can now perform the indicated operation, which is addition. So, 3 plus 4 is 7. So, we have 7 over 6. Now, we have here another example. 3 over 4 or 3/4 plus 1/8. What is the answer? So, since these similar fractions sila, identify natin ano ba yung multiples ng 4 and 8. So, the multiples ng 4 ay 4, 8, 12, 16. Ang multiples ng 8 ay 8, 16, 24, and 32. Again, we have here 16. Common sila, di ba? Pero, we are going to use the least common multiple, which is 8. Okay? And then, do the same process. 8 divided by 4 is 2 times 3 is 6. Again, and 8 divided by 8 is 1 times 1 is 1. Now, we can perform the operation. That is 6 plus 1 is 7, and the answer is 7 over 8. Let's proceed to the greatest common factor, or the GCF. The greatest common factor of a set of whole numbers is the largest positive integer that divides evenly into all numbers with 0 remainder. Let's have a recap. Ano ba ang factor? A factor of a number is a number that divides the given number evenly or exactly, leaving no remainder. For example, what are the factors of 12? We have here the number 1 and itself, the number itself, and 6 and 2 and 3 and 4. Kung kukuha tayo ng any number dyan sa factors na yan, it will leave no remainder. For example, 12 divided by 6, the answer is 2, walang remainder. 12 divided by 4, the answer is 3, walang remainder. That's why they are the factors of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. One way to find the GCF of two numbers is through factoring. To find the GCF by factoring, list out all the factors of each number and identify the largest number common to each list. Again, we are looking for the GCF or the greatest common factor. That's why we are going to identify the largest number common on each list. For example, find the GCF of 18 and 27. What are the factors of 18? The factors of 18 are 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. Those are the factors of 18. And what are the factors of 27? We have 1 and 27, and 9 and 3. Wala na ibang factors ang 27 at saka 18. Yan lang yan. So we have here the list of the factors of 18, which are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. And 27 has the factors 1, 3, 9, and 27. So, common. Meron silang common na 1, 3, and 9. These are the common factors of 18 and 27. But remember, we are looking for the greatest common factor. That's why we are going to choose the greatest among them or the largest among them, which is 9. Therefore, the greatest common factor of 18 and 27 is 9. We have here another example. Find the GCF of 32 and 24 by factoring. So, what are the factors of 32? We have here 1 times 32 or 1 and 32. And we have here 2 and 16 and 8 and 4. Now, what are the factors of 24? We have 1 and 24, 2 and 24, 8 and 3, and 6 and 4. Therefore, we have 32. Its factors are 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, and 32. And 24 has the factors of 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. The common factors of 32 and 24 are 1, 2, 4, and 8. But, again, we are looking for the greatest common factor. Therefore, our GCF here is 8. The greatest common factor of 32 and 24 is 8. Another way of finding the GCF is through prime factorization. To find the GCF by prime factorization, we list out all the prime factors of each number. List the prime factors that are common to each of the original numbers and then include the highest number of occurrences of each prime factor that is common to each original number. Then, multiply these together to get the GCF. For example, find the GCF of 20, 50, and 120. So, we're going to list the prime factors of this number. The prime factors of 20 is 2 times 2 times 5. The prime factors of 50 is 2 times 5 times 5. And the prime factors of 120 are 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Next, so we're going to count the number of occurrences ng common na nag-appear sa tatlo. Ang common nag-appear ay 2 at ang 5. So, the occurrences of common prime factors of 20 and 50 and 120 are 2 and 5. Hindi kabilang si 3 kasi hindi siya nag-appear sa 20 at saka sa 50. Yung nag-appear lang ng common is 2 at saka yung 5. So, we have here the greatest common factor of 20, 50, and 120 is 2 times 5. That is 10. Therefore, the GCF of 20, 50, and 120 is 10. Video. Thank you so much.